नंदलाल की जय, सद्गुरु महाराज की जय। ध्यानमूलं गुरुर्मूर्ति, पूजामूलं गुरुपरम्, मन्त्रमूलं गुरुर्वाक्यम्, मोक्षमूलं गुरुकृपा। ॐ श्री सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। वर्णानामनन्तसङ्गानां रसानां चन्द्रशान्ति, मङ्गलानां च कर्तारो वन्दे वाणीविनायको। भवानी शङ्करो वन्दे श्रद्धाविश्वासरूपिणो, याव्यं विना न पश्यन्ति सिद्धस्वान्तस्तमीश्वरो। वन्दे बोधमयं नित्यं गुरुं शङ्करोऽखिलं, यमस्थितो हि वक्रोऽपि चन्द्र सर्वत्र वन्द्यते। सीताराम गुणग्राम पुण्यारण्यविहारिणं, वन्दे विशुद्धविज्ञानं कवीश्वर कपीश्वरो। उद्भव स्तुतिसंहार तारिणीं क्लेशहारिणीं, सर्वश्रेयस्करीं सीतां नतोऽहं रामवल्लभाम्। यन्मायावशवर्ति विश्वमखिलं ब्रह्माणि देवासुरा, यत्सत्त्वद्रमशैव वादि सकलं रज्जो यतारेर्भमः। यत्पारप्लवमेकमेव हि भवान् घोरेषु तीर्षावतां, वन्देऽहं तमशेषकारणपरं रामाखिमीशं हरिम्। नानापुराणनिगमागमसम्मतं यत् रामायणे निगदितं गदितं यतोऽपि, स्वान्तसुताय तुलसी रघुनाथदात, आशानिबन्धमतिमञ्जुलमातनोति, आशानिबन्धमतिमञ्जुलमातनोति। ॐ श्रीराम जय राम जय जय राम, श्रीराम जय राम जय जय राम। सियापति रामचंद्र की जय। Sitaram everybody. Sitaram everybody. Welcome to this evening's Satsang, Sandhya. We've just performed the Havan, and as all the preparations are being made for tomorrow, which will conclude with the Pindadan, the puja of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, including the most sacred, auspicious and blessed occasion of the offering of the cow, known as Gau Dhan. All in the name of Bhagavan Sri Krishna, with the hope and the prayer that for the soul of a father, son, brother, friend, husband, may the benefit, may the merit of all the good actions performed tomorrow in the name of Keshava, Madhava, Achyuta, Ananta, Damodara, Sankarishna, Purushottama, Lord Sri Krishna, and his many manifestations, his many attendants. The hope and prayer is that tomorrow may all the offerings be accorded to the soul with the chanting of the mantras and with all the love and faith in your heart and in your minds as you come together to conclude the rituals and the offerings and the puja. For the past 11 months, the entire family has been involved and taken up with the continuous offerings to Lord Krishna on behalf of the soul, wherever he may be at this point in time. This evening's Satsang is the first part of the culmination of the year of activities. This evening we discuss just a few verses of Tulsidas Ji's Ramcharitamanas with bhajans and kirtan. As we all have come together, out of love, out of caring, out of compassion, to pray together for the benefit of one of God's very own children, asking me that all things be given to him in the afterlife, and for wherever and however he has to continue his existence, may all comforts and luxuries be given to him. Boliye Sri Vrindavan Bihari Ki Jai. After the invocation, before we step into any discussion of the Tulsidas Ji's Ramcharitamanas, we chant Ramayana Sumira. Jai Sumirat Siddhi Ho Gananayak Karivar Karo Raso Gurirashi Subruna Saram Mukaroi Pacha Jaya Girivaragana Jasukipa Sudaya Darusakala Galimanayam Nilasaro Ransha Taruna Parijayana Karo Sumadha Sakakshi Sagar Sayana Kunayano Samadeha Kumaravana Karupayana Chahidina Karneha Karo Kripa Siapati Ramachandra ki Jai. % of you, 95% of you I have never met before in my entire life. The only two people I know are Avinash and his brother. Only because of oh, I'm sorry. The lights noise, I can't see. No, I'm not sorry. During the time when the first ceremonies were done, because of the conflict of the schedules, etc., we were unable to attend during that time. Even then, I said, at least before the years, that if you need me for Satsang, anyone, they let me know. And months ago, he called to make sure we put this day in place, because as he said when he called, that everybody's busy during this time and you can not too sure to get a group for this weekend here, because all the pandits are busy with puja, etc. So I promised him, I think 3 months ago, to do this satsang here today. Even though you're going to have puja tomorrow, even though you're going to have bhajan and singing tomorrow, the best way to start this weekend of puja and rituals is just like this. Chanting God's name first, recounting of the Leela of the Lord, lends to the soul a sort of comfort that many of us will not be able to understand. Knowing that God is where we've come from, knowing that it is God to whom we shall return, the soul existing as victory now only has the heart and only has this longing for the recounting of God's Leela. Chanting of God's name is the only thing that brings peace to the soul wherever it is. In Bhaj Govindam, Shankaracharya says, Samprapti sannihite kale nahi nahi rakshati dukhan karni. It says that for the entire lifetime you will be taken up with all sorts of things, but at the time when you are no longer part of the material world, is then that the soul understands its true nature and understands that only constant repetition of God's holy name is what brings peace and contentment, no matter where or how it exists. In so doing, this is the best way that you can begin your weekend of offerings. We do one bhajan to Mahaganapati. Two.
That's right.
Two. Okay. We do one bhajan to Mahaganapati, Lord Ganesha, before we continue. This is the bhajan in a form of a prayer that Mahatma Tulsidas himself had written as a prayer to Lord Ganesha to bless his endeavor of writing the Ram Charitamanas. This is the first couple lines he wrote before he wrote any of the Chaupais of Tulsidas' most famous work, Ram. Join me if you know. Shankar शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन गाइए गणपति जगवंदन गाइए गणपति जगवंदन शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन गाइए शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन गाइए गणपति जगवंदन सिद्धि शरण गज वरद विनायक सिद्धि शरण गज वरद विनायक सिद्धि शरण गज वरद विनायक कृपा सिंधु सुंदर सबनायक कृपा सिंधु सुंदर सबनायक आइए गणपति जगवंदन आइए गणपति जगवंदन मोर प्रिय मद मंगलदाता मोर प्रिय मद मंगलदाता विद्या भारती बुद्धि विधाता विद्या भारती बुद्धि विधाता गाइए गणपति जगवंदन गाइए गणपति जगवंदन मांगत तुलसी दास कर जोड़े मांगत तुलसी दास कर जोड़े मांगत तुलसी दास कर जोड़े बसिया बसिया मानस मोरे बसिया 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 मानस मोरे गाइए गणपति जगवंदन गाइए गणपति जगवंदन शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन गाइए गणपति जगवंदन गाइए गणपति जगवंदन गाइए महागणपति स्वामी की जय। तुलसीदास महाराज was able to put on paper the absolute wonderful pastimes of Ramachandra Bhagwan. Even though it was done before by Sage Valmiki, because that was written in a way, in a style, in a language that not many people understood. Tulsidas Maharaj, from from the Sanskrit version, from the 24,000 verse Sanskrit version of the Valmiki Ramayana. Tulsidas Maharaj, he wrote the 10,000 verse Bhasha, the Hindi language version of the Ramacharita. This Katha, this story, all of you know more or less the basic gist of it, yes? Everyone knows the overall story from cover to cover, what happens in the Leela, in the story of the Ramayana. Is there anybody here who doesn't know the whole story? Everyone knows the whole story, right? Yeah? Sure? So don't feel shame, don't feel no harm. Everybody here knows the whole story from cover to cover, more or less. Not in detail, but in general thing. Yeah? Okay, who doesn't know the whole story? Raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Enough here. So once upon a time, you know, there was a king named Dashrath who lived in Ayodhya. These names are familiar. Yeah? Raja Dashrath, who lived in Ayodhya, who had 3 queens, Kaushalya, Sumitra and Kaikeyi. And with these 3 queens, he had 4 boys, 4 sons, Rama, Bharat, Lakshman and Shatrughan. So far so good. And he knew at some point that in his travels with the sages and saints, Rama visited the city of Janakpur and winning the competition to wed Sita, the daughter of Janak. He married her, and the other 3 brothers, Bharat, Lakshman and Shatrughan, got married to Sita's 3 sisters. When the time came for the crowning of the prince who was next in line, there was a change of mind between the king Dashrath and one of his queens, Kaikeyi, this you know. Having asked Ramachandra to go to the forest for 14 years, Rama agreed. He was accompanied by his newly wedded wife, Sita, and the brother who was closest to him, Lakshman. Bharat, the other brother, Kaikeyi's actual son, was put in charge of the kingdom. During that time also, the story goes on that in staying in the forest, Sita Devi was abducted, kidnapped by the evil king Ravan who ruled Lanka. So far so good? Anybody else? No? Good. This was part of the revenge because Ravan was one of those great kings who tried to break the bow also of Lord Shiva in the palace of Janakpur. Kidnapping her, taking her to Lanka, across the seas. Rama tried to find her and came across the kingdom of Good. Yes, sir. Stay close. Siyapati Ramachandra ki Jai. Ramachandra came across the kingdom of Kishkindha, where he met Lord Sri Hanuman, the attendant, the servant, the minister of the kingdom of Kishkindha. Forging the alliance, the friendship between Sugriv, the king of the Vanaras, who were monkey-type men, and the brothers Rama and Lakshman. They were able to find out that Sita was in Lanka. Hanumanji was sent as a messenger, the envoy, 2. Okay. I just want to continue. Okay. And building the bridge. Building the bridge from India to Lanka, which is still able to be seen today, because scientists only recently went out into the space and they took these pictures and they realized that there was some land formation between India and Lanka. And these scientists, these Western novices, who are only now discovering things that have been stated in the Hindu Shastras for thousands of years now, in their naivety, they call the bridge Adam's Bridge, when the bridge is actually Rama's bridge. But because they are Western scientists, they could not find a better name. The bridge, which was built how many thousands of years ago, still stands to this day. The bridge was made, they crossed into Lanka. The battle was had between Rama, Ravan, Kunkaran, Meghnad, Indrajit, Pulastya, Akampan, Ahiravan, and all these. Sita was rescued. She came back to Ayodhya. After some time, 2 sons were born to them, Love and Kush. And when Ramachandra had to return as per the doctrine that was stated in the Puranas, in the Shastras, when the time of Treta Yuga was almost to an end, Treta, which is the second of the 4 ages, the golden, silver, bronze, and then the iron age, Satyug, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, and Kali Yuga, out of which Kali Yuga is the age we are in now. When that came to an end, and the reason and the time and the purpose of the avatar of Rama came to an end, he returned to the heavens in a flash of light, leaving Love and Kush, his 2 sons, to rule all of Bharat Desh from 2 cities which still stand today. Love ruled his part of the country from a place known today as Lahore, and Kush, the other son, ruled his part of the place from a city known as Kashmir. In all this, 10,000 verses of the Ramakirtamanas. This is the actual complete story of the Ramayana. Boliye Sri Siyapati Ramachandra ki. Ramachandra ki. See, you have to see the Lord because you have the mask on. And then if you were to take the masks off, and somebody will pass and then take a picture, and then all you get in trouble, and so tomorrow you get charged for not wearing your masks. I think there was a conference today by the boss in charge. I think was it price now? For not wearing a mask in public? Any of you watching the conference? No? You also watching these things? Me too. It's the same thing every Saturday. I pass to the same thing. I think it's $1,000 now. If you Rama's life, Rama's time is an example for all of us. In this way, his name rings true. His name remains to this day as the go-to for the answers to all questions. The name Rama exists for thousands of years, even after his return to the heavens. Why? Because of his actions on this earth. That is why his name is remembered for all time. That is why the sages sing his name in song. Nivamudit manisikaho Ram 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 Sri Ram 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 Ram. Prem Smudita Mansikaho, with love. the mind should always be engaged in the chanting of God's name. Why? Because it removes the sins. Why? Because the chanting of the name of the Lord builds a positive spiritual energy within the body and all around. It says that by constantly chanting God's name, you are able to energize your body in such a way that you radiate positivity, that you attract goodness, that those who are around you feel the positive energy that is within you and all around you. It positively charges your aura, the immediate space around you. God's name, the combination of Rab, Ma. It is said that name alone, Rama, is enough to fill every pore of your being with such positivity that you are able to go to strange lands and find your way. You are able to go amongst strangers and live there, making friends. You'll be a person to always have good luck come your way, because Rama in his time on earth ensured that whoever met him, a smile came to their face just by being around him. He ensured that all those who came to him with a problem or an issue were taken care of. Chanting God's name gives you such a protection that you have the belief, you have the faith that anything that comes your way will be taken care of. Please sing with me. Sing. Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Sri Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Sri Ram Ram Ram. Prema mudit manas karo Ram Ram Ram. Sing. Ram Ram Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Sri Ram Ram Ram. समुद्र सुखद नाव एक राम नाम, पाप कटे दुख मिटे एक राम नाम, भव समुद्र सुखद नाव एक राम नाम। राम राम राम, राम राम राम, राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम। परम शांति सुख निधान दिव्य राम नाम, परम शांति सुख निधान दिव्य राम नाम, निराधार को आधार एक राम नाम, निराधार को आधार एक राम नाम। राम राम राम, राम राम राम, राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम। राम राम राम, राम राम राम, राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम। महादेव सदा जपत दिव्य राम नाम, महादेव सदा जपत, महादेव सदा जपत दिव्य राम नाम, माता पिता बंधु सखा सब ही राम नाम, भक्त जन पूर्ण घन एक राम नाम, भक्त जन पूर्ण घन एक राम नाम, राम राम राम, राम राम राम, राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम, राम राम राम, राम राम राम, राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम, श्री राम राम राम। सियापति रामचंद्र की वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की। If there is anything that you can learn from the advent of Ramachandra, is that out of all the avatars before him, none actually spent much time with and amongst the people. Ramachandra is the seventh of the 10 great avatars of Sri Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu, Sriman Narayana, has 24 avatars, and out of these 24, 10 are the great ones. Out of these 10, Rama is only the 7th. After him came Lord Sri Krishna, then Buddha, 7, 8, 9. Then the last one is yet to come, known as Kalki Avatar. But how is it that up to number 7, we have not heard much of the manifestations of Lord Sri Narayana? If they all came for the same general purpose, which is to save mankind, how come no one sings time and time again? How come we don't sing of Matsya Avatar, Kurma Avatar, Varaha Avatar, Vaman Avatar, Narasimha Avatar, Parasurama Avatar, Maharaj Rama? How come only Rama's manifestation, only Rama's Leela is recounted time and time again? How come? Simply because Matsya, the great fish, Kurma, the great tortoise, Varaha, the bull, Narasimha, half man, half lion, Vaman, the dwarf, Parasurama, the warrior. All of these before only came and performed their duties and either left or went into seclusion. Ramachandra is the first of all the avatars who came not in a great resplendent figure and performed his leela, his duty, and left, but he came as a child, as per the blessing of Manu and Saturpa in the form of Dasharath and Kausalya. When Mother Earth asked for an ease to all the evil that was being performed by Ravan and Kunkaran and the entire Rakshas army, when Mother Earth in the form of a cow went and beseeched Sriman Narayana, Lord Mahavishnu, he decided he will come on the earth. That verse where he gave the blessing is mirrored in Bhagavad Gita. That verse that you know, double verses, which state Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya Glanin Bhavati Bharata Abhitan Dharmasya Atmanam Sujamyam Paritranaya Sadhunam Vinashaya Chadushvitam Dharma Sansthapanarthaya Shambhavami Yuge Yuge. For as long as there is a decline in righteousness and an upheaval and a rise in negativity, I will come again and again. I will come myself. That is the beauty of the Bhagavad Gita, where God himself, Srimad Narayana, Lord Krishna said, I will come myself and alleviate the earth of the burdens that she is facing. Ramachandra is the first of all the avatars to come as a young boy, grow up under the eyes of Dashrath and Kausalya, marry like all of us, go through hardships that are similar to what we are going through. And then in this way, with the issues that he faced, we can see ourselves in his shoes. We can see ourselves in his shoes. The same way he lost his wife for a while, we have all lost someone. The same way he had to go to strange lands and find friendships and invent friendships for the sake of saving his family's name and grace. We've had to at times find ourselves in situations where we needed the help of strangers as opposed to depending on family sometimes. We've found ourselves in places where we have no idea what is going on, but sometimes we realize that we must help, at least try to help. Sometimes you meet complete strangers who are suffering and you may be in a position that you can assist. For that reason, we have also gone through similar issues to Ramachandra. Ramachandra Bhagavan, the son of Dashrath and Kausalya, has lived a life in which everything he has done can be taken as a teaching to all mankind. Having to look for Sita, he went through the kingdom of Kishkinda, met Hanuman, and as all of us know, without Rama meeting Lord Sri Hanuman, the issue of finding Sita Mata would never have been fixed. 2, the world would not have known of the greatness of the devotee, of that absolute servant who is Hanuman. And thirdly, most important, at the end of the Ramayana, the blessing would not have been given to Hanumanji, who is none other than Lord Shiva in his 11th incarnation. At the end of the Ramayana, at the end of the Leela, when Lord Sri Rama had to return to heaven, when all the devatas who had left heaven and had come on earth to witness the Leela as well, when they were all returning to the heavens, when Jambavan resumed his form as Brahma, when Sugriv returned to his form as Surya, and so forth, when Hanumanji, who is none other than Lord Shiva Shankara, was about to join them all and return to the heavens, Ramachandra said, hold on. Your job is not yet complete. You will stay here for the end of this age, for the end of this time cycle, this kalpa. Treta Yuga will end, you will still be here. You will be alive on this earth. Dwapar Yuga will come and end the advent of Bhagavan Krishna. And Kali Yuga will come and end the coming of Buddha, the enlightened one, Siddhartha, the prince. And Kalki, the great warrior. O Hanuman, you shall remain on this earth and take care and look over all of my children. You shall look over each and every one, even if they pray to me in Sanskrit, Hindi, English, Arabic, Japanese, Italian, it doesn't matter. Hanumanji, the earth is yours. The earth is under your protection. You shall look after all my children, all my devotees, and bring them one by one to me. That is why it is said, if you can't chant the entire Ramacharitamanas, if you can chant the 5th chapter known as Sundarikaand, which is the episode from when Hanumanji had crossed the Lanka, etc. Sundarakand is the most beautiful of all the chapters. If one reads the entire Sundarakand, the 5th chapter, he gets the blessings of happiness in this life and the next. If you cannot chant the Sundarakand every day, these couple 100 verses, Tulsidas Maharaj has made a concise version of Sundarakand known as Hanuman Chalisa. All the great sages, all the great rishis, saints, every worthy guru advises and teaches that the chanting of Hanuman Chalisa is one of the single most important prayer that you can offer as a human being. It is a direct prayer to the guardian angel, the guardian deity of this planet. It is a direct prayer to the one who ensures that the sun, moon and all planets are in proper alignment. He is the one who is the witness, the Sakshi of the entire creation, and he will be here till even all of us are no more. Lord Sri Hanuman has been tasked with the job of seeing the coming and going of souls, of worlds, of animals, of vegetation. He cannot interfere, but he has to ensure that the world continues. We, with our short span of life, are not able to understand things that take hundreds of years or thousands of years or millions of years. We are only connected and concerned with what happens right here, right now, which is why we may not understand what has to happen with this earth, this planet, time and time again. Hanumanji has been given the responsibility to look over all of us. That is why the chanting of Hanuman Chalisa is so important. Join me as we chant Sri Hanumanji's Chalisa. Sri Guru Charan Saroj Rajan Nija Mana Mukura Sumari Varno Raghuvar Vimal Jaso Jorane Krapalchar Buddhahina Tanu Janike Suyo Pavan Kumar Alabudi Vidyare Hori Haro Kalesha Vikar Haro Kalesha Sri Sitaram Chandravyo Jaya Hanuman Jaan Gun Sagar Kapish Ihulok Jaya Ramdut Atulit Balram Anjali Putra Bhavan Siddhama Mahavira Vikram Bajrangi Vimati Vihara Surti Sangi Anjali Varna Viraj Suesha Anand Kundal Kunchit Kesha Aatvaraya Lata Viraje Adi Guj Jani Gusaje Shanjara Suhana Kesari Dandan Devri Pratap Mahajari Vandana Sadhu विगत रूप धरि लंक जरावा, भीम रूप धर असुर संहारे, रामचंद्र के काज सवारे, आए सजीवन लगन जियाए, श्री रघुवीर रसूल आए, रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत आए, तुम मम प्रिय भरत सब भाई, सरस बरन तुम्हरो यश गावे, हसी कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे, संतानिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीषा, नारद सारद सहित रहीशा, रंगभेद दिखपाल जहाजे, कहीं गोविंद कहीं सवेरे कहावे, तुम उपकार सुग्रीव कीना, राम मिलाय राज कर दीना। तुम राम भद्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सकल जगनाना, युग सहस्र योजन परिवारो, नीयो ताहि बदुल बल जायो, रघुमोत्रिका विधिमुख माही, जगति लांघे गए अचरज नाही, दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते, सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे देते, राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा तुम पैसारे, सब सुख लय तुम्हारी शरणा, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना, आपन तेज सहारो आवे, दीन लोक हाथ एकावे, भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत लीला, संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान डोलावे, सब पर रामत कर श्री राजा, जिनके काज सकल तिन साजा, और मनोरथ जो कोई आवे, सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे, चारों युग प्रताप तुम्हारा, जय प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा, साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे, अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता, असवर दीन जायो की माता, राम रसायन तुम्हारी पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुम्हारे भजन राम को आवे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे, अंत काल रघुबर पुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई, और देवता मृत न धरी, हनुमत से सर्व सुख करे, संकट कटे हृदय सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बल बीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई, जो सत बार बार मंगल मूर्ति ऊपर राम मिलन सीता सहित हृदय सुर बसिया भगी रामचंद्र की जय शरणम पवन सुत हनुमान स्वामी की जय सद्गुरु महाराज की जय। Out of all the texts that existed, our ancestors, they knew by heart Hanuman Chalisa and Tulsidas Rama. They knew by heart. When they had to cross the ocean on the indented ships, in the same way that they had left their homes and were going to a strange land, they took courage and they took heart in the fact that if Hanuman could have crossed the ocean and met with Simhika and Jayagranti and Lankini, all these demons who tried to stop him, and if he could have returned successfully to Rama's camp, then they would survive this trip. They thought that if Ramachandra had to go place after place to try and find Mother Sita and successfully find her and return her to Ayodhya, then they were convinced that they would also survive this trip. They kept the Leela, the story, the Itihas, the Katha of Rama in their hearts. They kept the story and the recounting of the successes of Hanumanji's explorations and adventures, and that is what kept them alive and kept their hearts up and kept their thoughts and their strength in a positive manner so that they could have survived. That is why when in the evenings after they finished doing their labor, they would sit and talk and discuss of the only stories of God that they know. They would recount of Rama with the bow, Hanumanji who lived in the mountains, and they would discuss the conversation between Kakashundi and Garud, which is what this entire Ramayana is. They would discuss the conversation between Lord Shiva Shankara and Parvati. They would discuss at length in the evening time, after work, after dinner. When someone had any issue, it was this text that they went to. It was this handbook that they sought answers from. This is why Rama's Katha has been able to survive and endure for all these years. The Leela of the Lord is such a beautiful episode that daily, when one reads the verses and goes through all the episodes, you can find different answers for each of your situations. That is why personally I have started the project of chanting all the verses of this Tulsidas Ramayana, which is every Tuesday. We started off at the feet of the 85 feet Karasati Hanuman Murti in Orangefield. We started off there, and with the COVID restrictions we came back home for a bit. But as of Tuesday coming here, if you have time, any Tuesday you have time, every Tuesday from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. we'll be there, and whichever verse we finish at on one Tuesday, next Tuesday we continue right there. Because between the kathas of Rama's birth, of Kakashundi and Garud conversation, of Bharadwaj and Yajnavalkya, of Lord Shiva and Parvati, and Vibhishan Gita, Lakshman Gita, Ram Gita, Hanuman crossing the ocean, besides very specific episodes, besides very specific kathas, not everyone is aware of all the small episodes where there are great amounts of teaching and great values and lessons in certain conversations and in certain episodes that are great teaching to so many. That is why we chant all the verses and we give the English meaning right after, and for as long as it goes 6:30, we end with Hanuman Chalisa and Ramayana Arati every Tuesday. The project started just after Tulsidas Jayanti this year, and with my calculations and with my friend's help, it should run for about 2 years and about 3 or 4 months, somewhere there. Good thing we for tonight, we have to make some passion for tomorrow. So yeah, Avinash, that's all overnight to do. Right? So tomorrow reinforce, we're always so probably good. Here, there, is the edge, this one, right? The puja tomorrow is right here on this stage. The ground there. Okay, so make sure that the baby will flow out. Right, as your job. Good. Right, Mom? That's up to him. That is why we've chosen to chant all the verses of Tulsidasji's version of the Ramayana. It's only 10,000 verses. It takes us 2 years and a few months. If it was the Valmiki version, it would take about 9 years. That's 24,000 verses. It's a whole different project altogether, which we might do 1 year. We'll try it one time. This evening, all of you who are here have come for the same purpose, which is to show love, compassion and gratitude to the family itself. Because these are the times when you need to have everyone who matters the most with you. These are the days, these are the times when it shows exactly who are here for you and who are not. Tomorrow's puja brings to a complete conclusion all the offerings that have been made over the past 11 months. And today, this evening, after the Havan and the discussion on Ramachandra, after chanting Hanuman Chalisa, I wish to ask you to join me in bhajan to Bhagwan Krishna, because he is the acceptor of all souls. He is the one who accepts all of us no matter what. It is him who stands at the gate of heaven and with his attendants, he welcomes us into the gateway of heaven. Join me in this bhajan to Bhagwan Krishna as you offer your own prayer and you offer your own wishes for the safety of the soul of our father, husband, son, brother, nephew, uncle and friend. मोरम कुट से घड़े बन सोहे ईश्वर जीवन कर गाए ईश्वर जीवन कर गाए वृंदावन में गुंजन में सबको नाच नचाए हाँ सबको नाच नचाए श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है जय नंदलाल जय गोपाला जय नंदलाल जय गोपाला जय नंदलाल जय जय श्री राधे गोविंदा मन भजले हरि का प्यारा नाम है गोपाला हरि का प्यारा नाम है नंदलाल Sri Radhe Govinda, Nandalal Hari ka pyara naam hai. Jai Nandalal Jai Gopala, Jai Nandalal Jai Gopala. सूरत शाम भाया, सूरत शाम भाया, मेरे घर नाग कदी मेरा सूरत शाम भाया, सूरत शाम भाया। तुकाराम और नामदेव ने विठ्ठल विठ्ठल गाया, विठ्ठल विठ्ठल गाया। श्री हरि गोविंद मन तुझे हरि का प्यारा नाम है। जय नंदलाल जय गोपाला, जय नंदलाल जय गोपाला। राधा शक्ति बिना कोई श्यामल दर्शन पावे, श्यामल दर्शन पावे। राधे राधे कान्हा भागे आवे, ओ कान्हा भागे आवे। श्री राधे गोविंदा मन बदले हरि का प्यारा नाम है। जय नंदलाल जय गोपाला, जय नंदलाल जय गोपाला, जय नंदलाल जय गोपाला। वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। Tomorrow, one of the nicest things you can do, one of the easiest things you can do, is while the puja is going on, while all the offerings are being made, while you offer your own prayer when you are doing the Pindadan, and they are doing the Gita Part and doing the Gaura. For whatever type of friendship or connection you experience or had the pleasure to have with God's very own child, tomorrow you say to yourself and you talk to God. If there is anything, if there was anything that was incomplete between you and Him, and tomorrow you make peace with your end of the deal. If there were any little quarrels that were unfinished or had no conclusion, if He had lent you something and you had not given it back, or if you had lent him something, if you had lent $5 in wish and didn't get a chance to take it back, then you make your peace on your end and say, God, that is done and square, finished. Allow the soul the blessing of not having to come back to continue and finish and work out more karma. Allow the soul the blessing to not have to return to work out any more additional karma. For everything that has happened, that is not yet finished, has to be brought to an end. Every deed, every word, every thought has to be finished. Every plant, every animal, it says in some schools of thought, every insect that you may have killed, knowingly or unknowingly, you must repent for that. But these are things that are taken care of in the afterlife, because every good deed you do as well you are rewarded accordingly. Deeds that are done in this world, in this lifetime, depending on what they are and how they are, causes the soul to come back to work out such a karma. Atmahatya is suicide, Brahmahatya, which is the killing of the priests and the saints, and the taking of the life of your own parents, are deeds which are outside of this jurisdiction, and the soul has to come back to suffer accordingly. It is said that for any transgression that occurs, out of all the things that happens in the world, the worst thing that you can do is to make your parents cry. For every drop of tears of your parents that falls on the ground following your own cause, besides the punishment that is given to you in the afterlife, you have to return here to suffer in the same way. That is why we come back here again and again and again. But we get the chance to improve. We are put in a position, in a place, in a time, in a situation where we can have the chance to make amends and improve as we go along. Because for every lifetime we come here, from the 8,400,000 times we get to come back here, out of all these, the ones that we spend as a human being are the best, because these are the ones which has the power of the mind and discrimination, and we are able to make decisions that are able to help us to become closer and closer and closer to God. In this way, some of us squander the blessing of being a human being. Tomorrow, ask and pray that for whatever has happened during this lifetime, in whichever way you were connected to Him, by blood or by loyalty, because I firmly believe in that saying that says, blood only makes you related. It is loyalty that makes you family. And this goes true for so many of us. Sometimes we wish that we could choose those people who would enter our lives. We wish we could have chosen everybody who would be our friends, that we could not have had the chance to meet false friends or ungrateful people in our lives. How much nicer our whole existence would have been if we did not meet any negative people at all. If everybody we met would have been a benefit or positive impact in our lives. Tomorrow, when the puja is being done, you give God thanks for whatever way that you have been able to interact with Him. And in this way, pray and ask that the soul of God's very own child be given sanctuary, be given a place among the Pitris, so that you can be able to accept all the offerings later on in Pitri-loka, and that whatever judgment that is given, he can be rewarded accordingly. Pray tomorrow and this evening. Tomorrow in the puja is going on, you say your own prayer. Say, God, whatever it is I can offer from my heart, from my mind, I am offering today. When the cloud crosses the river that you make, the pond that you make, offer your own prayer. You say, Krishna Dakaramastu, I offer all my actions, my thoughts, my words to you, O Bhagavan Krishna. Take this as my own offering to you, and may the benefit, may the merit of this be given to your child. Holy Sri Vrindavan Bihari Ki. So now you have a long day tomorrow. With your permission, we bring this evening's satsang to a close. जब चार तरफ अंधियारा आशा का दूर किनारा और कोई मिलने वाला हो फिर तू ही मेरा Jai 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 Krishna Jai Krishna Hare Sri Krishna कुछ कर दे, यीशु को भी अमृत कर दे। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, यीशु को भी अमृत कर दे। पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा, पूर्ण कर दे सबकी आशा, जो भी तेरा ध्यान करे, जो भी तेरा ध्यान करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे, जय जय कृष्ण हरे, जय जय कृष्ण हरे, जय जय कृष्ण हरे। वृंदावन बिहारी की जय। Join your hands, bow your heads, close your eyes, as we thank God for this evening, to be able to sing His praise, to be able to come together and pray and ask for the blessings, not for ourselves, but for one of His very own. After all the offerings, after all the rituals are done, there's only His child and Him, for whom we ask, may the blessings be given again and again and again, inasmuch that are needed. We will do our best to ensure that all things are done to the best of our abilities tomorrow. But we leave everything up to the hands of Bhagavan Krishna and His attendants to take care of Him in the afterlife. Mantarinam Jnanam Bhaktinam Jnanam Yat Pujitam Yadeva Paripurnam Drastumi Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhu Jasika Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mavadeva Deva Asatyo Ma Sangamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityor Ma Mritam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namah Hari Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Siyapati Ramachandra Ki Jai Pavan Hanuman Swami Ki Jai Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai Sadguru Maharaj Ki Jai Satya Sanatan Dharma Ki Sadguru Dandavat Jai Jai. So like I said, I will do a few of you here. I hope that after tonight's satsang, next time I come back, at least all of you here could have at least met me once, that is today. So at least I have so many of you less than these strangers if I come back to this area. I hope and pray I see all of you again in satsang, in puja, in yajna, or you can have the time any Tuesday, come to 6:30 at the feet of the one and only, world famous, the Adisiddhi Hanuman Swami Murti. If you have the time, come, bring flowers and sit with us as we go through all the verses of Tulsidasji's Ramayana. Thank you very much for having me, Avinash. Thank you very much for allowing us to join with you in worship and satsang like this. And I hope and pray that all goes well tomorrow with regards to the offerings, rituals, etc. And may the Father's soul find absolute peace at the feet of Bhagavan Krishna. Holy Sri Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai.
Jai Sri Ram everyone. Cordial welcome to each and everyone to our home. Firstly, to Babs, thank you very much for beautiful satsang. I know Dad would have enjoyed this, especially the Hanuman Chalisa and Jai Krishna Hari. Those were his favorites, some of his favorites. What can I say? This year has been a hard one for us, especially for Diwali Day. We missed him. He used to be our wake-up call. He used to call us early in the morning to make sure we wake him. Vishal called me and crying, and he made me cry, and I ended up doing a 3-way on WhatsApp, and all of us crying on WhatsApp. Our birthdays is not going to be the same as he died for our birthday. Like it's just a normal day, we don't even think about this anymore. It's something we have to live with and move on forward. It's a new way of life without him. And together as brothers and sisters, now is there with us, we will move forward in strength, knowing that he's in a better place than us at the moment. If we have to struggle, he's in the arms of Bhagavan Krishna, that I know. Did dream him a few times and smiling and telling him he's pleased, everything is going good. For tomorrow, all are invited, 8 a.m. puja starts. All COVID protocols will be observed. You are required to wear your mask, social distancing. With regards to the feeding, when we finish inside, we are not feed, you all will not be sitting and eating. You will just take a box, you'll feed the you all in the box, and you'll be leaving. No linemen, as our government will say. So no social distancing, we are just observing what we were given. Hope to see you all tomorrow. We do have tea plates. Please have something before leaving. Have a safe journey home. I know the weather is not too nice right now. I pray to God tomorrow is better for us. Thank you all very much for coming out. Again, guys, thank you very much. And to the members of the group, thank you all very much. Jai Sri Ram.
Your live's still on. Your live is still on.